So what exactly is veganism?
So veganism means that you're not eating any animal products at all. So there's no meat, no dairy products. Some people go as extreme to have no honey, no gelatin, so nothing that came from an animal.
And I also had to add that not wearing any animal products, like no leather, no fur. I think it's all goes in the same category founded with animals, and as well as not going to circus or to zoos, which is all animal exploitation. And it depends on the level that you want to go in, how intense you want to be, the reason you're doing it for. Some people are just happy to be vegan or vegetarian, and some people want to do more and totally not exploiting animals to the point that they're not going to wear makeup tested on animals, perfume tested on animals. It's all a matter of preference.
I think it becomes like a way of living, a lifestyle, and it transparents this into your values, basically. So it's something that you believe in, and even if you're alone making these changes and encouraging cruelty-free products and a cruelty-free lifestyle, even if it's only you in your household, it will make a difference. So yeah, it's about philosophy.
It must be hard to do the transition if you're living with someone that's not vegan, though.
It could be hard. I think it's important to go slowly and find tools to replace the products that you were using. Like milk, now it's very easy to find nut milk in most of the grocery stores, even in small villages. It's possible to make it yourself if you got some nuts or seeds, soak them and blend and filter them. You could also have like a lot of cheese alternative. Find some good recipe. I think it's important when you remove something to introduce something else, especially to do a slow transition. And when if you spend your whole life, your childhood eating one thing and having this cultural thing about food, it's important that the next day when you take this big decision and going vegan, you slowly add new habits, new food culture. Yeah.
But you actually brought up a good point when you said if you decide to be vegan and you live with somebody that is not, it could be hard. Me, for example, I would not share a barbecue with somebody that's cooked meat on it. So, if it becomes your lifestyle and the way you decide to live, it's harder if you want to live with somebody that do not have that lifestyle, eat totally differently, because one of the most important thing you connect a couple to people together is eat. Food. Well, romantic night when you're eating something, and if you can't share that passion with someone you live with, it could be something really hard. So that's why, again, it's not a simple, easy decision, because it will impact people around you, your surrounding, your friends, and you have to respect them. Most of my friends, I have to admit, they're not vegan. And if I was imposing on everyone, I'd be alone. My mom think I'm part of a sect because I'm vegan. So that's intense that it is. So she still don't understand why when I go to New Year's party, I won't have meat. And I'm bringing my little quinoa salad because I'm the only one that's vegan. So, you have to respect people around you, because it's not a crime to eat meat, and it's just the way it is.
And yeah, that's a really great point, that it is a lifestyle and it does transcend just eating food for a lot of people. You see Georges and Stephanie, it becomes part of your lifestyle and your values. I really like that point too. So whether you're in a couple, or sometimes if you're a family, like if you, let's say you're still a teenager and you're deciding that this is what you want to do, it does make it very challenging, because a lot of the times it's either the mother or the father who's taking care of the meals. So that forces you to take more responsibility for yourself and what you're putting into your body. So you need to be patient with yourself too, because you'll probably learn how to cook, different cooking techniques. So there's other skills that go along with just, I'm not going to eat meat anymore. There's other skills that you have to develop as well, which makes it more challenging.
And what are the resources or tools? Where can we find help with this transition to vegetarianism?
I suggest like online. I think now it's exploding with resources and information and recipes and videos on how to, on answering questions. It's really nice to have a contact also with someone. So going to groups where people share food, potlucks, vegan potluck. I think every city's got a vegan meetup. a vegetarian or vegan association, a festival once a year that gather all these people and present like product from local companies that are vegan or have like cruelty-free techniques. So that's what I use the most, I think.
For me, I would tell people to go see a professional because you could go online and read books, but it doesn't talk back to you. And once you decide to make this change, you have a lot of questions. And they can, every question you have, if you ask those questions on the internet, you have a million responses through Google. As if
Often
you,
it can be
yeah,
different
Yes,
responses.
exactly. That's
Very
why if you
different.
see a professional, it'll adapt to what you like and to your lifestyle. And that's why I would see people like you. And it would make a hell of a difference.
Yeah, not to say, yeah, but I mean, it does, especially because it can be an overwhelming change to make in your life, even though it's something you know you want to do and it's something that you really believe in. There is challenges and it can be overwhelming. So seeing someone like a dietitian, and I mean, all over the world, there's, you know, Dietitians of Canada, but whatever country you're in, there's going to be an associated order that has professional dietitians who could help you out with this. Could really, like Jacques said, make it personalized to you based on what you need. If you're an athlete, if you're like I was mentioning, a teenager, you have different needs. You're growing, your bones are growing. How can I get the calcium? How can I get the B12? How can I get the vitamin D that I need to make sure that I'm growing up in a healthy way? So that's really our role, to make sure your health is being accounted for as well in this change.
I think I think it's a mistake that a lot of people do, and they just go vegan and they try all this food, and then it's maybe not balanced for their lifestyle or for the requirement, the nutritional requirement they need. So it's important to get this accurate information and then move forward to a tasty cuisine as well, because most of the vegan stuff we hear it tastes healthy, which I think it's another way of not saying it's bad, but it's now like possible to find food that is really tasty.
Yeah. I guess there's populations that are more at risk too when doing the change. As an athlete, I was wondering what are the risks for me or for athletes in general. So that would be my next question for you guys.